What's up, everybody? It's Dre Trades here, and if this is your first time checking out the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, because we do things like this every day. Well, I take that back. We don't do it every day. But when I do it, this is valuable information, and I need you to tune in. So you have to hit that bell, because I got to admit, I'm sporadic. But let's get to the market right here, and I'm going to show you some things that make me feel uncomfortable about it, even though I feel bullishy, but I'm uncomfortable of what I'm seeing. So here, let's just talk about it real quick, and I'll just go over a couple of things. So you can see the Dow. We opened up low. I mean, oh my gosh, the market was just, it was ugly this morning, and it was nice. It was nice how they just came out from the lows. Look at the Dow right here and blasted up to basically break even. Same with the NASDAQ, right? Some stocks were trading down hard and wind up being up hard. And look at the, okay, I need you to have a clean mind when you listen to this video. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking about. Here's the S&P. Here's the S&P. It opened lower and it's up. It's up 0.04. The NASDAQ up 0.02. So you're like, hey, yeah, okay. The sell-off is over, right? Let's just buy stocks. Well, I want to look at the groups and see what's going on. And here's the groups of the one-day relative performance. Wait. Let me get back. I want to show you all this real quick. All right, so let's look at the heat map. And when you look at it, you see a lot of green in here. Look at Microsoft is having a great day. Unbelievable. Tesla's down, but there's a lot of green in here for the most part. So now let's go ahead and just look at the groups, right, and see what's happening with the groups. So I'm going to start from the bottom up. Look at that long line right there. So we got energy down, basic materials down, consumer cyclicals down, financials down, industrial down, real estate down. Okay, so where's the bull market? Ain't these are the things you want to get in? So let's see what's up. Communications, all right, just up a little bit. Utilities, healthcare, consumer defensive, and then technology is just ripping for some reason. I guess they feel, and thanks to NVIDIA as well, I think they feel that it's just a safe haven, right? Let's just get into some big tech. We know that they're on fire until they're not on fire. But you can see how it's just kind of bearish in these stocks that you buy when you're bearish. And then technology, I get it, but it seems like it's a safe haven. But let's look at things how it was for the whole week. Look at these lines, down 8%, energy, basic materials 6%, consumer cyclicals 5%, industrials 2.93%, right? Financials down, communications, real estate, tech is even down for the week. Yes. What's up? Well, consumer defensive is down as well. So what was up? Utilities and healthcare, them safety kind of stocks again, right? So let's kind of zoom in and just look at a couple of things. Let's bring up the Thinkorswim charts. I want to start with the VIX, and the VIX is 2159. It did spike. Actually, we're up now. It was down. Now we're up. We're up 2 cents, okay? 0.02. I want to go to the monthlies because there's something I want to illustrate here. So we've been trending down ever since the March low of last year. You know what was going on then, right? And we spiked up. It was crazy. And then, of course, the market did 100% rebound, right? If you was in SPY at the low, you're up 100% in a year. That's outstanding. But now, right, we're still trending down, but there's a little spike in here, right? I'm going to kind of draw this line right here. And no alarms yet, because we're right at the channel of breaking out to the upside, but we didn't, so there's no alarms here. But what I want to show you is that this stochastic has hit the bottom pretty hard and is splitting and about to go up. All right, I worry about that. It came off a pretty good low and the split and about to go higher. Now it could stay down here and everything's all right. The VIX can continue to go down. And this is the monthly chart. You got to keep that in mind, because what I'm about to say is not going to happen tomorrow. All right. Each one of these candles represents 30 days for the most part. So this is slow reaction. So basically kind of look into August, into September, right? So anyway, let's look in the past. Last time we had VIX, the stochastic kind of do this maneuver. Come right here. I can't really count that, but if you want, look what happened. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay, let's count here, right? How about here? Look, wow. Went up to 36. Scroll back here, right? Getting ready to come up. Wow, we went up to 49. Okay, so let's bring it back here. Nothing happened. False alarm. And this is what I'm saying. What could happen? It could split and just kind of go right back down. And then everything's all good. right? So let's go here. How about here, right? Looks like coming off the low, splitting. Well, we went up to 48. Here, right? Where we go? We went up to 48. By the way, this is so easy. This is why I like looking at longer dated charts, because you could see things like this. If I had the daily up, you wouldn't be able to see. You wouldn't be able to see it. And then right here, right, kind of got that split low, and we went up to 21. But if you want to say, well, we came back down, and then we went up to 36. So you could see, and this is I'm back here in 2007, by the way, but you could see every time that happened, it's almost 100% of the time that it was some danger. The VIX kind of went pretty high, and we're looking at that right now. So this is just something to keep in mind. And remember, it could be a false alarm and do something like this, okay? But you can see how the split is not really defining itself, but it is here. And also, the market's toppy. Just kind of remember that. All right, so that's the VIX. Now, the VIX was down, and I wanted to show you something, but now it's up. But I'm still going to show you something, because I want to go to one way to predict the VIX is an ETF I like to look at is the UVXY. This is the Ultra VIX, right? It's the VIX on steroids. So I'm going to see, all right. So we noticed the VIX was only up 0.4, and when it was down just not long ago, but this wasn't. This was up. Now it's up even harder. It's up 4%. Right? Look at the volume coming in on the UVXY. This is people betting that the VIX is going to spike, and it's going to spike hard. And we had some of the biggest volume we haven't seen in a long time. Now, when I go back to the weekly, I want you to see how nobody was in the UVXY for a while. Even last year, we had a little spike, right? That's when we had, you know what? Right? And then you can see us coming down. You can see the volume there. But look what been happening for the most part right around April, right? The people are getting in. They're getting excited about this UVXY for some reason. I don't know. I mean, the thing is still trending down, but it's just something to pay attention to, right? It's just something to pay attention to. And if I go down to the daily, got to really look at the volume coming in here, right? Look at that. So it's something to pay attention to. When this goes up, the VIX is also spiking, and then the market's coming down. So it's just something to, like I said, pay attention to. All right, so let's also look at the ticks. Y'all know I like the ticks, right? I look at two internals, right? The tick Qs and then the advanced decline line. All right, so here is the tick Qs. All right, so I want to go to the 5 minutes. And you see it was a bullet, right? The NASDAQ was up, right? It was up. And some of the stocks like Microsoft, what was it, up 2.2%? Well, look, the high VIX, and I talked about this the other day. The ticks. There's nothing ticking. Here's even, zero. Here's the zero line. And this is extreme. I like to see a lot of action up in this area when I know we're bullish and everything is kind of rocking along, but we can't even get a tick higher than 700 for the most part when we're supposed to be excited. And it's just not happening. I mentioned this the other day, right? And in the live video, you have to check out the live videos, because I usually talk about everything. So I mentioned it in the live video, and sure enough, right, I was like, man, there's just been no action in the ticks. Sure enough, the market's been coming down ever since basically I said that. So but here we kind of rebounded, and I'm still not seeing it. But if you look at the zero line, look at all the activity still in the negative range, right? All of that, and then this is everything positive. Just nothing happening there, right? So I'm not liking it. I'm not liking that. So now let's look at the advanced decline line. Bring that up right here, right? So let me zoom in. We're at the 5 minutes, and you can see how. Here's the day we opened down, wow, negative 2,000. And this is stocks ticking, declining over stocks advancing. So here we go. We kind of came right out of that. This is pretty extreme, by the way. Usually we hit down here, we stay down here. So this is almost making me think we're going to come right back down to it. But anyway, nice little pullback. But you know what? The zero line is up here, right? For us to be bullish and everything is okay, and stocks are just, ticking ahead. The zero line is way up here. So we tick down tick. We went down to negative 2,000 and we got up to basically negative 1,000. I mean, the best we can do is 1,000 stocks more. I always hate saying this. There are more stocks declining than advancing. How much more? 1,000 more stocks are declining than advancing. And you can see it's not really getting better than that. So that's not looking good. All right, so let's just look at, let's look at the 10-year, right? The 10-year, let's look at the yield. And I want to kind of zoom out on this one a little bit. And I don't see, the market. Let me pull up the day. Here's, you just see the rollover right here, right? We kind of had this spike, and you would think everything is starting to be all good and blah, blah, blah. But now we're coming down, and look, we made a lower high, right? And we did make a lower low. About to make if you want to count that as a low. It's the gap. But we did fill that gap, but it just looks like we are down 0.28, 2%. It doesn't look, the stochastic almost looks like it wants to turn, but I don't know. It's just something to keep an eye on because the market's all good with the tech stocks with this going down. But if it goes down any faster, it's not going to be good, right? It's all going to suddenly change to what's going on. It's an emergency. Right? So it's just something to keep an eye on that this is just kind of rolling over. And if it breaks that low, you're going to hear more about it on the media, what's happening with the 10-year. All right. It's time to look at some stocks. I got a couple stocks that I just want to look at. Let's look at Amazon. Okay, so now this thing was down today, right? And it had a nice little recovery, right? It was down 3193. That support seems to be holding. We bounced back up. I think we was almost up as much as 40 points. And now at the time of this video, it looks like we're rolling over again. We are about to go negative here as I do this video. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit, let you see the weekly will work here because I've been trading Amazon for a long time, and this just seems to be the theme that's been happening with a lot of stocks, this fake breakout and then roll over. I had predicted that once Amazon reported their earnings right here and it didn't work out, it was down like 7.5% that day, that Amazon will find its way to the lower end of this range. And so far, so good. It looks like it is, let me get the right utensil tool. It looks like we're still heading down to the lower end of that range. The reason why I'm showing you this because we at mid-range, right? We at mid-range, which is all good. There's a lot of support here, but I actually think we break. And if this goes down from here to here, I think that's 10%. I think the market will go down as well. So that's why I wanted to show you Amazon. Let's take a look at Tesla. Let's look at Tesla. And this was one of the stock that started to make me get bullish a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, I was actually playing it. Look at all my drawings. I'm really trying to figure this thing out. I'm happy it broke out here. It was looking good. I had a great day yesterday, but it's kind of giving it back today, down 1.7%. Anyway, I had a feeling it was going to struggle right there. And now we're rolling back over. It's a little too early to tell, but it's just something to keep an eye on. Why did we fail here and go right back below 700 at 677? I don't know, but it's something to keep an eye on. And yesterday it's a nice little day yesterday, and it's just down. It's down. All right, so let's look at, how about an index? Let's look at the IWM, right? The IWM has been trading around. Now, this is America's stocks right here. This is the real companies in America. Not those worldwide companies. Anyway, so you can see it's trading in a range. Everything's looking all good. You could, oh man, this is the perfect trading stock. Every time it hit here, you sell. Every time it hit here, you buy, sell, sell again, buy. Why are we turning around right here? Because if you look back over here, we usually hit the top of the range. We turning around and we're picking up some steam as well. So I'm actually predicting that this time it's going to break. Yeah, it's going to break. So the NASDAQ was up. It's up. And I know this doesn't necessarily track the NASDAQ, but you know, if the Russell's doing well, it's like everything's doing well, man. You got to like what's going on when the Russell's like trucking along, but it's not having a great day. And if this breaks, you know, let me pull up the monthly. You see that? You see what's happening? You see what I'm looking at? It's just no good. I don't see any support. You know, here's some obvious support right way down. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I don't like that. It definitely needs to hold right here. It needs to hold the IWM, right? So that's something that I see. So why does that need to hold? Okay, let's go to the SPY. This thing is just insane, going through the roof. How is there such a divergence? I mean, and these are those big ass companies that's moving along, right? It's just, huh? But everything, what we've been showing is everything is not moving along. Everything is kind of like, you look under the hood, it's like, no, not really. But some reason the SPY is just trucking along. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that chart. All right, so basically what I'm saying in this video is I think there's going to be something wrong with it because things are just not lining up. I don't like the way things are lining up, right? It's very overboard. Look at this. The stochastic is pinned to the top. Pinned. So maybe this is where we take a breather. So we saw the VIX, we saw the UVXY, right? We saw some things that maybe this is where we take a breather. I didn't prepare for this, but I'm going to pull up the Qs, right? The Qs is showing us where the Qs, not as strong as the SPY, but it's still in the stratosphere. It's up there. It's room to kind of, I won't say roll over, but not go up as hard. Just kind of maybe some sideways action. You got some support down here. So there's some room to give it up a little bit. If we can come into these moving averages like here and here, it would definitely be a buy point. But yeah, it's just, it's up there. It's lofty. It's lofty. Now, let's look at some of these travel stocks. I want to pull up Airbnb. I've been in it. I'm out of it. I'm in it. I think I'm out now. Here's another stock. This is some of these that I'm about to show you is what really has me worried. All right. Now, I know they're the travel stocks. It's like, who cares? Who cares about the travel stocks? Well, I just don't. These charts are just ugly. Anyway, so here's the Airbnb, right? It's just down and a little recovery. Thought maybe we can break out, but no, it looks like it's starting to roll over again. Let me see if I can get a better picture with the monthly. Not really, but it looks like this candle wants to maybe check down to this support right here, the 128. Go back to the weekly, see if we can see it a little better. Yeah, I like that view. How about I clear all of these drawings out? There we go. And you can see how I thought we was going to kind of get above that hurdle. We didn't. Big candle coming down. This candle's got one more day to draw, so maybe it can correct itself. That'll be Friday tomorrow. But I don't know. It's an ugly candle. An ugly candle is beginning to form. Makes me think we're going right to the bottom of the range, just like we did here, just like we did here. When these kind of candles form, lots of emotions, and usually they want to continue to kind of go that way, right? So here's your range, and that's just not looking good with the Airbnb. One scary stock, I mean the stock that's like scariest of all time, is just Las Vegas Sands. I really just don't know. It's down 4.4% today. It's basically, let's just call it the March, the C word, low. It's crazy. I mean, the world was ending here with every stock. Remember, the world was ending. Why are we back there? How come we not here? Right? We're basically at the end of the world. Price chart, right? Are we gonna break? I tell you what, with this volume, we should bounce here. We should bounce here just because of the technicals. But look at the steam coming into this thing, boy. People are really giving up on Las Vegas Sands. I heard them talking about it on CNBC. Oh, it's great buy. It's ridiculous. It's just, hey, they're not buying it. You know why? Because it's down 4.40%, right? So there's nobody buying it. So they're telling you to buy maybe so they can get out. But this is crazy. Don't know what's going on here. It's really something to watch. It's really something to watch. And pull up the monthly. And you could just see that. Look at that, man. We hitting some lows from way back here, man. If this breaks, it's going to be ugly. Ugly. Okay, so hopefully that doesn't break. Don't know why it's doing that, just don't know. Here's Win doing the same thing. As you can see, it's not down like its friend, way down here. So let's say it does. It has some catch-up room to do. It has some catch-up room to do to the downside, right? This is down 4.49% as well. volume picking up. So got to keep an eye on when. How about we pull up the Jets ETF? Look at the Jets rolling off. Look at these airlines rolling over. It's this was a steep angle right here, and you know what happened back last March. I mean, that was like a waterfall, but this is coming down pretty damn hard. What is the airline saying? You can see it was a beautiful trend line, ever since that low in the March, and we broke it. We're not even thinking about stopping here. Look at the stochastic. It's really just turning around, and it's saying, hey, man, we got more room to the downside. Here's some support right here. Right, so let me clear this out. Here, let's just look at this, right? It's sitting right at support. Hopefully we turn around here, or does it continue? Does it break through? Right? If it breaks through, look out, man. Look out. Here's the next level, right? So what are we looking at? We're looking at that's 13% to the downside, right? I don't think the market goes up if the airlines are going down for another 13%. Let's look at Boeing. Now, Boeing, these guys came out and said, hey, man, we're selling airplanes. Everything's looking good. The 737 MAX is flying. We testing it. Everything's, I even put a position on all that. After saying all, I was like, oh, wow, okay. It's not falling as hard. Remember, there's a duopoly. You either buying your planes from these guys or the Airbus, right? So it's rolling over. Even though the airlines did say they're buying planes, right? They need their planes. But maybe we don't do anything until maybe it breaks this downtrend. But I'm keeping an eye on this. Not a lot of volume. That's good, right? It's kind of rolling over, not a lot of volume. So that's promising. But if you're into this, this is, I think, what you want to buy. I like it over the airlines. I don't know what's going on with that. And the whole travel is like they bailing. Maybe it's fake. Maybe everybody's just scared. And they're like, we're out of here because we saw what happened, right? We saw what happened last March. And we'll pull up some of the cruises. We know these guys, man, they probably never going to be able to cruise again. And look at that. So there's a trend. It was broke. Stochastic's just turning. It's just picking up steam. Not a lot of volume here, so that's good news. But yeah, just kind of giving it up. How about this buddy, Carnival Cruise? This one is breaking a little hard, and you do have some volume, down 3.89% today. It almost looks like it wants to come down here. Maybe Las Vegas Sands lead the pack. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to say it. All right. I'm giving a guess, especially with Sands, because the chart's saying it. I think one of these companies, somebody out there is going to declare bankruptcy. And that is going to be the OMG moment where everybody's just scared. Like a big company, and maybe Sands, this is going to say, you know what, that's it. Maybe these ships, right? I mean, they damn near couldn't sail for over a year. Can they do it another year? Can they do it another, how long can they hold on before we just hear, we give up? And then you might hear another company give up. And maybe that's the start of a downturn, right? So that's my guess. That's Dre Trade's guess. Hey, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And educational if you think I'm a teacher. But not financial advice, man. It's just my opinion. My opinion right here on this channel, right? No one's saying that. It's just what my conclusion is. What could bring us down? What could just change the direction of everything and turn us around? And maybe a string of bankruptcies, because this is going to be, there's a lot of companies that held on to dear life, man. And if we do it again because of the Delta, I don't know if they can hold on. I don't know. But maybe it just seems like, go back to the Las Vegas Sands, that's, even though I'm hearing everything is, these places are popping, maybe that's what these charts are saying. To be at the COVID low, the low, excuse me. It's like, that's when the world was ending. How are we there again? The world's not ending. It's way better than it was back there. But maybe it's ending for Las Vegas Sands. I don't know, but it is at multi-year support. That's why it has to bounce here. If it doesn't bounce here, it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. Next level of support, well, major support is way down there when the world was ending in 2008. But I don't know. You see a level here, right? You see a level here, and you see a level here. But check this out. Check this out. All right, so here's the next level, right? Looking at this chart. So if I go from, let's see, if I go from here to here, look, 22% more to the downside. And I'm coming across with things being 22, right? 22%, 10 to 22%, 10 to 20%. All right, so let's go back to that SPY chart. And let's just pretend that it's the top. Okay, I'm going to clear this stuff out. Because this thing is just great. Hey, buy stocks here, right? Everything looks good. We're going up. There's not even a red candle. When's the last time we had a red candle? When was this? This is the monthly. Was in January. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, so let's just pretend that's it. And let's draw some fibs, right? From that low, right to here. And let's just pretend we roll over right here. 50%. I mean, just 50% brings you to 331. That's a 50% retracement. Let me draw that down to here. That's a 26% decline. And if we go to 61.8, that's a 30% sell-off. Not saying that's going to happen. Just kind of throwing things out. I'm showing you that there's a lot of room. It could really go down, right? It's just, if we were to retrace, I mean, the market has only been retracing not even 5%. It's crazy. Remember, there was a stat that in the last 200 days, the market didn't have a 5% correction or something. Anyway, that hasn't happened in over 100 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. So overall, this video, I'm just saying, be careful, right? Be careful out there. Let me look at I think the FinViz does not give me up to date. Yeah, look at the markets just kind of rolling over. Let me go to the CNBC page, see what now this is live, I know for sure. Well, what happened there? Ooh. Yeah, so the market, Dow's down 132, S&P is now down, NASDAQ is about to be down, and look at that Russell, man. Russell's just saying things are not good. And then the VIX now is up. Okay, it's up 21 and it's up. So it was down, and I think it opened down. It went up to as high as 26. It went negative. Now it's positive again. So still a lot of nervousness out there. But I just wanted to point you out some things that I seen, especially when I noticed everything was turning around, going green. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't see it under the hood. I don't see why it's so green. You know, so I took a lot of money out. What Dre Trades did, not financial advice. And I'm just gonna kind of hang out, man. I made a lot of money. I shifted a lot of money to crypto as well. I don't know how that's gonna hold up if there was a sell-off, but yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hang out. I'm gonna hang out a little bit, and I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to one of these high flyers like NVIDIA, Google. I'm looking at Google. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna scoop in and catch the low on some of these things. All right, so that's my plan. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't make good money this year anyway, right? All right, so thanks for watching. Hey, subscribe, hit the bell. Tell me what you think about the market. Tell me what you think if you agree with me, right? I tried to find bullish things, but I can't. I can't. Google wasn't. Microsoft is good, you know, things like that. But how long could those stocks hold up? I don't know if they can keep pulling the market up. It's gonna be like dead weight. So and you can see what's happening. I like Russell's like the real market, right? And it's down 1.1% today, down hard. And you can see that these are now starting to pull that NASDAQ in, reel it in a little bit. So we'll see, man. Just be careful. Just be careful out there. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. All right, so all right. Let me know how you like the video. This is Dre. Yeah, comment. Yeah, let me know what you think. Twitter, Dre Trades. Instagram, Dre Trades. Here in the comments, anywhere. I reply to all comments. All right, so thanks for watching, y'all. This is Dre, and I'm out. Peace.